I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it through the gates. Just have to wait. You whisper to me, there's no maybe. There's only time for dreams even greater. I hear the call, and I close my eyes to see even clearer. I see it all. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing.
Well, hello, everyone. You're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We have a brand new show here today. I'm so excited to bring it forward. It's Ask Your Angels with Bella Maria. Hello, Bella.
Hi. I love that intro. That came out so good.
I know. Sorry, I'll have to get a little bit better at putting it on. But yeah, I think it's...
No, it came out good. I was surprised. I thought, hey, that was good. That was a good intro. I like it. Thank you. Yeah, well,
Let's
go ahead.
tell the audience a little bit about you because they probably don't know you.
Mhm.
So you are an international certified psychic. You're a loveologist, which I hope we will get down to understanding that a little bit more. A spiritual romance coach. I mean, you really have helped, many, many people create an environment that promotes healing and self-discovery, matters of the heart, finances, and creative projects. So you've helped many throughout this. And so I am just so very, very just touched to have you here on the show here with us. So you're going to be on our network every Thursday, everyone. So it's going to be Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And so Bella's going to be with us here. Those of you that don't know me, I am Cece Shatz. I'm the Doyenne of relationship building. I am also a divorce, dating, and a relationship coach. I'm the host of Going Solo with Cece and Date the Right One. I'm also the CEO of Going Solo Network. And so I'm going to let you take on the show now that we've done all the introductions, but I'm excited to have you on here.
I'm excited to be here. I know we're completely on the other side of the country. You're in Florida. I'm in California.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's the weather over there? How's everything?
Well, I'm actually in Baltimore now. I'm visiting my son. And,
okay. So
so we're in a little town called Churchville, which is very, very nice, very green, and just beautiful here. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'll be here for maybe another week, and then I'll be going back home. I'm missing home. I have to admit, I'm missing home. Although I've been told that it's record heat, so I'm missing some of that. So yeah.
You're like, yes.
And my tan is starting to go, so I need to get home.
You're like, I miss my glow.
That's right. That's right. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do. And I know this show's going to be totally different than anything else we have out there. So let's talk a little bit about that because I'm excited to hear.
Honestly, this is organic. This is absolutely organic. And yes, I am a Californian. Everything is organic. So, but the fact is that this is truly going to be a show that is going to allow angels, spirit, the universe, just to kind of come through and teach all of you what you need to learn. It has nothing to do with me preaching or being, oh, you need to do it this way or nothing. This is just pure guidance and learning and understanding not only angels, but maybe your, spirit guide or the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. For me, I work with angels, but everybody works with different things. So I'm really here to kind of help be that facilitator to be like, okay, this is what you should, expect, or this is what you probably want to steer away from if you're hearing these kinds of things, and it's just about learning that self-love, that help, that, and it's so cliche, self-love, but really, honestly, we're not really loving ourselves lately. And we need to just kind of start listening to what our bodies are saying, listening to what the universe is saying, what God is saying, what spirit is saying, what your angels are saying, whatever it is that you believe in, and take that and grow. And some people are just becoming really stagnant and they don't know where to go and where to turn. And I know COVID really helped a lot of people in self-discovery, and they got to learn what they don't like and what they do like, you know, being with their families, you know, with their loved ones. You know, people either got really close or not close at all. Right. And so, so this is kind of like the second, really, you know, the second year of, for a lot of people. I mean, some people had a little bit more leniency, you know, on things, but for California, it's like almost like the second year of life again, you know. And I really just want people to understand, you know, life is really to be, you know, lived, and we shouldn't be suffering and feeling so negative all the time. And so I'm kind of here to just be that person, you know, just to bring light to this world and to help you kind of build and grow for yourself. You know, not always depending on a psychic to tell you, not depending on a psychic for what they need to tell you. You know, psychics are kind of like this like vessel that helps and guides you along the way, but you have puzzle pieces, and these puzzle pieces have to get put together somehow. We don't know you, you know, inside and out. We can kind of get little pieces, but when it really comes down to you have to do the work. You can say and blame everyone under the moon, but it really comes down to you have to do the work. And you have that, you can change. You can change anything. Your path could stay to the right. Your path can stay to the left. You could go to the middle. It really just, it's up to you on how you want to change your life. You know, do you want to keep doing it over and over and over and over again, dating the same guy over and over and over again? Why am I dating this person? He's acting just like Joe, you know? And then all of a sudden you have Rob, and Rob is like doing the same thing. You're like, okay, well, and you're not getting it. You know, it's a cycle life lesson that we're learning. You know, we have to like learn to recognize and then try to change it. But if you don't want to change, again, how are you going to be a better person, be in a better relationship?
Right. Well, I have a question about angels, because I have been told, Bella, that we all have angels with us, right? And that they do tell us things, but we don't really hear them. You know, we don't or listen to them, right? So I'm hoping that you'll be able to shed some light on maybe some of the things we do hear that we don't take seriously, you know, that we don't really, you know. And again, it's that, I guess it is that knowing, right? That knowing that we internally have, that intuition that we have, that we don't always listen to. Yeah. So how can we be better stewards at that? You know, being able to you know, understand and listen more intently.
Okay, well, one is to actually be accepting of wanting to listen. I mean, if you can't accept or want to accept the message, then it's just you're not gonna get it. But, you know, I think that's the first thing. If you want to go more in the like spiritual sense, like if you have intuition and you hear things and, you know, like, not voices in a sense where it seems weird. It's kind of like a you or we, you know, we want you to feel comfortable. It's like comforting, you know, you should feel like this comfort, loving energy, not a negative feeling where you're hearing negative thoughts or, you know, harmful thoughts or things of that sort. And so when you're hearing these things from your angels or from wherever the source is coming from spirit or universe, you want to make, also, I have notes, so I just want to make sure I'm getting all the information to you guys. So making sure that there is a sense of someone talking to you. Like I said, the sounds like it's almost like your own voice, but they're saying you and we. You want to make sure that it's readily apparent on how the message relates to you immediate concern. So if it's something about something that's going on in your brain, like you're thinking about something and you're trying to figure it out and you're not really sure what it means, sometimes you can get these messages and this information, and that allows you to be able to kind of do like, angel numbers. Angel numbers is an example. The angel number. If you have an angel number and that you're thinking of something and then something else comes through and you kind of have a little voice that sounds like yours, but you know that it's not your voice, but it's something that's just telling you what, like maybe where you should go or what you should kind of consider. It's just a guiding, comforting voice. And so if, let's just say you're thinking about that and then you hear this voice or you hear a song or you hear whatever, and then you see maybe 333 or 444 or 555. 555 means transmutations, change, going in the right direction on the path. 333 is usually when God is with you and you're being kind of guided in the right direction by spirit and by God. So there's a lot of things, and we'll talk about a lot of stuff. I mean, we're going to get into your angel numbers. We're going to do a fun thing where when 333 hits, we'll pick a number, we'll pick a card, and we'll, get that information, and that'll be either an affirmation card or an angel card or something of that sort. So that is the message that we're supposed to be, receiving at that moment. And so
I'm excited about that because I get numbers all the time, all the time.
And it's really cool. You can always look them up.
I mean, one day I got it was like I was getting like 333, then 444, then 555, then 666. I was getting like all these numbers. And I was like, okay, what are you trying to tell me? Because there's something that I am not paying attention to.
Yeah. Especially if you're getting it all at the same time, like the same day. Like I got one, I remember I had 333 and then I had 444. And then I was like, okay, what is it you're trying to say? And you just kind of like, you have to stop and listen, It's just like, kind of like a kid, you kind of have to like stop and listen to them and like help them and, guide them. And they're guiding you and they're trying to help you. And that's what spirit and the angels are trying to do.
Yeah. And I was like ignoring it. And so, it definitely got my attention after a while. I was like, wait a minute, I'm seeing all these numbers, all the time. And so it was really interesting. And then another thing I wanted to ask you too, and maybe you can share on your show, is that sometimes I get like, and I don't only share me because it's just me, and maybe you got somebody else out there, they'll have a comment or something, but I'll get like 3:00 in the morning is like a thing. Either I'll, can't sleep and go to sleep at 3:00, or I wake up at 3:00. It's like 3:00. It's always 3:00. It drives me a little bit bonkers. So I don't know about that. I mean, is that like a message? Is it what is it about that? I mean,
the witching hour, to be honest. It's the witching hour. It is. It's when, everything is quiet and the spirits can come from the other side of the veil. Not necessarily that's what it's doing, like you're being haunted, or, ghosts. But sometimes if you're being woken up that many times, it could just be a medical thing. Like maybe you just have insomnia. Maybe you will, by the way, everyone, you will hear a lot of naturopathic stuff. And please do not take anything until you speak to your doctor. Okay.
Yeah, let's put our disclaimer up here.
The disclaimers
on here. Nothing discussed today constitute legal, financial, or medical advice. Should you seek legal, financial, medical, or consult with a professional in that specific field directly.
Absolutely.
So this is just of our opinion, and take it and throw it away as you want.
Yes.
Simple as that.
So certain things can happen, right? And so for me, I developed this thing, and I actually haven't. I see 1111. Okay, Bonnie says she sees 1111.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bonnie, do you know what 1111 means?
I don't know. You may have to share that. I don't know if she's still.
And that's okay. We'll talk about that. So 1111 actually means, and I want to get this information correct. So I'm going to pull up my Angel app. And the one thing that you have to understand is usually everybody sees 1111, like everybody. And it's such a big thing. So when you see, sorry about this. Sorry.
No, she
Okay.
answered your question.
No. Okay. So when you see the angel number 1111, it's a message from your angels to be very aware of your persistent thoughts and the ideas that you're manifesting quickly into reality. So if you're seeing 1111 quite frequently, you're not listening to your thoughts. Again, people miss the message. It's like missing the mark, So when you're not listening and you're hearing these persistent thoughts and these ideas that are manifesting quickly into your reality, ensure that your beliefs, thoughts, and mindsets are positive and optimistic in order to draw the energies of abundance and balance into your life. Be aware that you will manifest your thoughts. Therefore, do not think negative thoughts. Okay. And as these are what you will draw in. And that's the last thing you want to do is to bring in these negative thoughts. So use positive thoughts, positive energy. Ask the universe, ask God, ask the spirit, whatever it is that you believe in, to bring fruition to your deepest desires, hopes, and dreams. So when you're seeing this, it's a big deal. And if you keep seeing it, then the angels are literally letting you know, like universe is like, hey, listen. All right, let's get this going. Listen, be positive. Positive thoughts are 1111. Make sure you stay on top of your thoughts, what you're thinking at that moment. If you have certain goals, if you have certain things that you're trying to achieve, and then you're self-sabotaging. And so what the universe is saying, hey, listen, you got to get back into this frame of mind. Be positive. Be good to yourself, and start living what you want to live. If you're trying to get a new job, or if you're trying to have a good relationship, or if you're trying to work on things. And I hate the word trying, and I say it quite frequently as much as anybody else, but try and or but cause and a reason to create drama or an excuse. So when you say I try, but I didn't do this, and it leads you to give more excuses on what you're trying to do, right? Mm-hmm. So when we want to make it happen, we don't try, we make it happen. So frame of mind, turning that negative into a positive is a really good thing.
Yeah, very good advice. Very good advice.
To go back to your question. So the 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 3 a.m. situation. Everybody has a different situation. I know for me, when I receive my messages, I get them at 4 a.m. Okay, that's when my angels come in. So when you have 3 a.m., it's usually, like I said, it's kind of like the witching hour. And what you sometimes need to consider is that it could also be either insomnia, it could be a deficiency of some type of mineral or vitamin. Mm-hmm. And some of those are like vitamin B, magnesium. Magnesium is great for something that you should be having every day of your life. It helps bring down insulin levels. It keeps everything balanced and harmonized. When you're tired, it gives you energy. And when you need to relax, it makes you relax. And so magnesium is like a really cool little, thing to have when you're, it's great to have in the morning, and just take it. A lot of people stress out, and especially people who have like addictive behaviors, it's really good. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Well, I just want to clarify this.
I may have it. I may have. I work too much. Yeah.
Just addictive behaviors. Like if you're smoking and you're trying to stop smoking and you become like really edgy and you don't know how to relax and you're working really hard to not smoke, but then that trigger happens. So taking your talk to your doctor and ask, everybody should just talk to their doctor and say, how much magnesium should I be taking every day? And make sure you take it in the morning. And then that should help you kind of balance out. And when that trigger happens, like, somebody just like didn't use a blinker while they were, changing lanes, like, you're not going to get triggered.
Right.
So, those
Bonnie
kinds of things.
says, I'm super positive, but it stole my smile. I'm working on that. So that really has helped her, knowing what that 1111 means. That she needs to be positive in her thoughts. So yeah, that's great.
I'll be saying a little prayer for you, Bonnie.
Anybody else has any other comments, questions? Please, please don't hesitate to make a comment or question.
Yes. That is another thing we need to do, is anybody who has a question and doesn't do it on the show while we're on live, please make sure you send them to Going Solo. Okay. I would prefer it there because that way we can keep track of everything. I know with Seeking Love and Life, if you have other questions, you can send me messages, but also you can go to bellamaria.life or askbellamaria.com. Okay. I have two. It's the same website. It's just I have two because I had two domains. It's just a long story. So we can do that. We can do askbellamaria.com. You can book sessions with me. You can, I have a special that I'm doing, so you can check that out. And it's $45 for 20 to 30 minutes, and I can help you and kind of guide you in the right direction. But when it really comes down to it, just ask these questions because I'm sure that there's someone else that needs this information. You're not alone. And that's the problem, is that everybody feels like, oh, it's a stupid question. It's probably not even a big deal. If it pops in your mind, then it's probably a big deal and you are ignoring it. And if it's a consistent thought, please just ask the question. It doesn't hurt to just ask. And if I don't know the answer, I'll let you know. And usually when my messages don't come through, like when, somebody comes to me and says, oh, tell me something, it doesn't work out that way. Like it's, if you need to know the information, then that's when the information will come through. But it does not hurt to ask a detailed question. So that way you can maybe get a detailed answer. And so, being very vague and trying to, be kind of, oh, is she going to figure it out? We're not here to be a circus,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well,
we're here to help guide. We're really.
Yeah, your mind isn't there, right? And so you're trying to get the, whatever the signal or whatever it's called. But if you don't have it, if the other person's trying to block it because they want you to guess, that's not going to help, No.
And it really doesn't. It just kind of gives you, like, I can say, well, I see this and I see that and I see this. And then they're like, no, that's not it. And that's really mean. Like, our energy is very valuable. And yeah, the sun can always take on, like, give you energy, but we don't deplete that, and people deplete us. And so being an empath and being, having these gifts, it's very hard on me, period. It's very, very hard. And I do it because I literally cannot ignore it anymore. Like, Spirit always says, like, I try to do something else. And it's like, no, you're just going to keep going here. And I'm like, really? Okay. So, I just try to find ways of doing things without having to hurt my body physically. It just is very draining. And so please be kind to me. I'm really not a bad person. I want you guys to learn how to grow on your own and not have to have me, but I am here to help you and guide you so that you can listen to the universe, God, Spirit, angels, whatever it is that you're looking at and interested in or believe in, whatever it is. So ask the questions, even if it's just a relationship question, it's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be at that point, if it's just something generalized and it's not even a psychic reading, like, you can ask questions and we can just give our thoughts and maybe help you, guide you in the right direction. I really don't like misleading people or giving them wrong information. So, when you make a decision, it's really coming, like, you should never listen to what everybody says. You should listen to your gut.
Right.
When your gut tells you something, you should go with it, because every time you don't go with it, it's like, shit, excuse me. I knew I should have just listened to my gut. And that's the problem, is that we don't listen to our guts. And that's why I'm doing the show, because I want you to listen to your gut, listen to what your gut is telling you, what the universe is telling you. Like, it's really important that we just tap into
now,
that.
You're going to be sharing with us too, like cards, aren't you? You're going to have cards that you're going to do. So let's talk a little bit about that, because that's something we haven't had on the show before. So what kind of cards are they?
So my cards are, now these are romance cards, because it's, going solo, romance. So, but these cards have been not only for romance, for life in general. I have had it where I almost have used, and I've never had to do this, but I've used almost the whole deck, and it tells the whole story of the person. I mean, from the beginning to the end of whatever is going on, I pretty much know it. These cards have been really, they've been able to tap into a lot of things and helped and guide a lot of people. Some people don't like them. Some people like them, but these are not bad cards. They're not ill-willed, malicious cards. They're literally messages like getting to know each other. It's just a guidance from the universe, from the angels, to let you know what your next step should be, what you should be kind of looking for. If there's red flags, you'll get a red flag card. I mean, they literally go into detail of everything that is going on and why you should, kind of pay attention, and
how can you do that online, like, during the show? How can that work?
So what we'll normally do in this case, I wouldn't do it just for a generalized reading, because there's too many people watching. So I could be wrong. And so I could be reading someone who really needs to hear the message and I don't know, and then I'm telling this person. So what I would like to do is, if I do this today, we would just do a message. And so I would shuffle, and then you and everyone else who is watching can say stop. And at that point, then I can stop, and then that will be the card. And so it would be kind of a generalized message for everyone, kind of like astrology. When you have astrology and you're doing something, we could do it this way. But I don't have a problem asking questions. And if that person is strictly just asking me and I tap into it and I get the information, usually the card will show up. Usually the information will show up. And so this one will be like an everyday, like every time we get on, it'll just be one generalized card for everyone who is watching. And usually the message will coincide with most of the people that are watching at that time.
Okay, well, why don't we do a quick commercial, and when we come back, let's give it a shot, because we're already in the almost 30-minute mark. So we'll have another 10 minutes. We can work on that. So that'll be great. So
I'll be shot.
Listen, everyone, I want to make sure you guys know her website. It's askbellamarie.com. So that's ask, ASK, Bella, BELLA, and then Maria, MARIA.com. .com. So all you got to do is go on her website. She's got an introductory special on there. If you want to book some time with her, you can. She's giving you a discount price. If I just have a question or whatever, just shoot her a message on the site and let her know. Of course, you guys can go to goingsolonetwork.com. We also have a click there, and you can ask her a question if you'd like there, and she'd be happy to help you. So I am Cece. We're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We have Bella Maria on a brand new show. It's called Ask Your Angels. So we're going to be right back.
Hi everybody, I just wanted to thank Barry Kogert, our sponsor for the show today, founder of Jazz Angels, which preserves jazz in underserved areas. He's helped over 3,000 kids. Thank you, Barry, and if you want to contact and find out more info, you can check their website at jazzangels.org or contact Barry directly at barry@jazzangels.org. Thanks so much, Barry.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it through the gates. Just have to wait. You whisper to me there's no maybe. There's only time for dreams even greater. I hear the call, and I close my eyes to see even clearer. I see it all. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me.
Well, welcome back to Ask Your Angels with Bella Maria. This is our very first show. First part of the show, we talked a lot about, intuition, kind of knowing yourself, numbers. Well, I know that you're going to do more of that in greater depth on your show.
Yeah.
Your show is going to be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we hope that you guys will join her there. She'll be kicking it off again this Thursday. So that's tomorrow. And we're just doing an introductory show here today. So you guys are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. And now I think Bella's going to share with us a little bit about cards.
Yes. So while we were watching the commercials and great advertisements, I was also shuffling. And when I shuffled, I'm not going to shuffle anymore because I needed to stop. So when I shuffled, one of the cards popped out. And guess what it was, Cece? Guess.
What is it?
It was heart-to-heart conversation.
Heart-to-heart
conversation. Honestly, so it says, honestly discuss your feelings and really just tapping into getting to know the person, getting to know each other, and just being real. So having the heart-to-heart conversation, which what we're doing, is kind of, pop-up cards are literally cards that while you're shuffling, it's something that the message is supposed to come through no matter what. So you don't ever put it back in, you let it sit. And so when that pop-up card is literally telling you, like, the angels are like, haha, I'm going to tell you, you're having heart-to-heart conversations, you know, like this is kind of letting them know that you're letting us know that the angels are here and that, you know, the universe is listening. And that's the really greatest thing. And so with that, the next card is,
I just want to read this real quick because Bonnie wrote in. She goes, I met a fellow widower who is holding back from our relationship that was originally full blown. I believe he's worth it. So I love that because you said heart-to-heart conversation.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I think, Bonnie, that might very well be for you too.
Yes, have that heart-to-heart conversation with him. And then guess what? The card said, it says to flirt.
To flirt.
So Bonnie, do you need to be flirting?
Yeah. You know what? I just wanted to say to you, I've been reading a lot and then watching a lot of videos about the masculine, how women get into their masculine and not into their feminine as much. And I know that I suffer that a little bit because I'm a business owner. And when you're a business owner, you're wearing all these hats and you're doing all these things and you don't realize that you're kind of in your masculine because you're this can do all the time. And so when you say the next card is flirting, that is very feminine. That's getting us women back into our feminine, because that's, men too. I mean, men flirt equally as much, but but that's also the feminine of the masculine male. It's also their feminine side. So, yeah.
So, the thing is that we got to remember, I think roles have changed so much, and it's okay to kind of just be like, I just need to be me, right? Period. Now, we could be either, tomboyish, or we can be, more feminine. We can be whatever it is. I think we just forget just to tap into being a human. Mm-hmm. It's not even about the masculine part or the feminine part. And I think you're right. But there's also that other part where we've lost track of that one. Like, we just are really like trying to prove something. And now equality, this goes into like a whole other realm, the equality and all of that. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to it, now Bonnie was saying something about, could you put that back on there?
Put this back up.
I want to read that back. Okay, so I met a fellow widower who was holding back from our relationship that was originally full blown. I believe he's worth it. Okay, so Bonnie, question: do you flirt with him? Do you have a heart-to-heart conversation? These are things that are okay to be human, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. You flirt and you have conversation. That is a normal human interaction. Mm-hmm. It's something that we need to get back to. We have lost track of all of that. And you being a business person, it doesn't matter. Like, you just forgot to learn how to communicate. You forgot to have that conversation, to learn how to flirt. It's just, we need to put our hats on when the time is right. So I'm not correcting you, Cece. I'm not saying that. Yes,
no, I know.
That is how
it is true. I mean, the thing is, you get lost in.
You got to forget to turn off. You got to remember to take off that one hat and put the other one on. Like, it's just it's a thing that we have to learn harmonizing. Mm-hmm. That was weird. Harmonizing. We need to learn how to harmonize. I was going to say balance, but then I said no, because if we balance, we can never it never will stay balanced. Then we'll freak out because it's not balanced. Mm-hmm. We need to harmonize. So by harmonizing, we will go with the flow of whatever is happening, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's the thing. If we harmonize, and you're harmonizing with your partner, and Bonnie is harmonizing with her partner, and you kind of just go with the flow, then it's just more organic. It's more natural, and we can't always expect to know the answer. We just need to live right now. Being mindful is such a big part of this. Like,
Right.
you have to be mindful. Like, okay, I am going to be doing the show now. How much time am I going to invest in it? And then I will start getting more busy than I already am. How much more time am I going to invest in that?
Mm-hmm.
How much time do I need to spend with my family? I am a homeschool mom. I homeschool my kids. So, you know, and I have a husband. And so where do I stop and just say, okay, that's enough? So it's just about time management.
Mm-hmm.
It's about learning when to say no, having boundaries in every situation, having those boundaries. And, you know, again, it's okay to like just literally these two things, just be normal and just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
have that time to just feel comfortable in having the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Do you want to do one more? We might have time for one more card.
sure.
You want to do one more?
Engagement. Ooh, Bonnie.
What
Hey.
does that mean?
Love life is ascending.
Can we
and
talk
going,
about that on the air?
engagement.
Is that another word for
The nasty.
I was going to say be intimate. That's a nice word.
Well, so it's just,
But also,
just
I guess, you know, another thing you could say is like be present, right? Be engaged.
mindfulness, present moment.
What you're doing, you know.
Stop everything and just
Mhm.
make that person feel important.
Yeah.
You know, like I literally had all these things going on. I went to the seamstress. I had to pick up, you know, my dresses for a wedding that I'm going to be going to. And I had to go and take care of things. I did, you know, my chores, but I was in that moment. And then now I'm here focusing on you.
Right.
It's just about learning how to have that self-control and just being present.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're trying to do this, if I'm going to be turning around and I'm going to be like this, are you guys going to like that? You're not going to like me doing the show.
Or like this is always the problem.
Yeah. Well, you just turn it on
That
silent.
down.
You turn that sucker on silent, that is it. I actually, you know what I did? I turned it on silent. I have it where my phone automatically just turns on silent at a certain period of time in my day. And it wakes up at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
You know? Although I wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, I literally just have it on silent until then. And it's just so that it gives you that time to be ready for whatever it is that you're trying to do. But engagement, if you guys are curious to know what this engagement card means, it could be that, you know, you're going to be going further into a love and commitment. So it's a higher level of commitment, higher level of being intimate with each other, higher level of just committing yourselves to each other, that kind of thing.
Well, very cool. Well, we're going to have to take
one more time. Sorry. Spirit just kind of was like, no, you have one more card. And I'm sorry, we're at 40
one more card. Okay, we got to hurry.
And this one card does say it is safe for you to love. Okay?
Oh, that's
it is safe for you to love. Open your heart, give and receive, and make sure that you understand that it's okay to love. You know, the one thing, and I'm going to end our show with this, the one thing that we, and it's very interesting because I wrote down this, and I'm going to grab my notes. Just because we want it doesn't mean it's good for us. It doesn't mean that we need it like right away. It doesn't mean that. So just because we want it doesn't mean it's good for us. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that sometimes we want the wrong thing. But when the right thing comes, it is safe for you to love. And so, you know, it's okay to give your heart if everything is kind of matching up. When we kind of get scared, that's ego and that's fear. And sometimes we just have to love the fear and just say, you know what, ego, it's time to go back to sleep. I get it. It's not going to be, it's an old relationship. I had something like this happen before. I get it. I see it. But this is a different person and I'm going to give him or her the chance. And so it's safe for you to love. And so that is the last part of the card.
That's an important card because So often, especially those out there that have come from a relationship loss, they're very afraid to really let it all out, to
Yeah.
open the door and just let it all in. And so when you're with someone and you start to do that,
Yeah.
the other party needs to really respect that, because they're really trying their very best, to open that up and allow that to happen.
And that's where that heart-to-heart conversation comes in.
Yeah.
You voice that, you could be a little, scared, and there could be some type of hesitation, but it goes into transition because you had the heart-to-heart conversation, and then you flirted with the person, and then it goes into a higher level of commitment, which then leads for you to say it is safe for you to love. It's okay.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I can't wait till Thursday. You're going to be on
Tomorrow.
Thursday. So I am really excited to have you on. And this, like I said, this is a very unique, very different show. And I'm just absolutely thrilled to have you here with us.
I'm excited too.
Everyone
I love it.
is going to be on Join Her on Thursday. It's going to be really an exciting. On Thursday night, the topic's going to be good health equals good passion. And so we all need a little bit of that, don't we? We all need good health, and passion is something we all definitely
We do.
so I think that's very, very important. Again, she's got an introductory special. Just go to askbellamaria.com, book a session with her. She'll be able to home in on you and everything rather than making it so general. But we're going to be doing a lot of really cool things here on the show. So I am really excited. Those of you who don't know, Bella Maria is an international certified psychic. She's a loveologist, and we'll hear more about what that is, which I think we did it on the cards a little bit today, but she's a spiritual romance coach. And so, I mean, what a treat for us. This is your very first show. I want to thank you for being on WGSN.
Thank you for having me. I really loved it. It was fun.
It's great. So you're going to be by yourself on Thursday, so you'll be able to accomplish a whole lot more. But I am
No, you're not. You're going to be with me. I want you here with me. No. I need you.
Oh.
No way. You're my other
makeup on. I'll be there.
You're my sister. No way. No, I have to have you here. No.
All right. Well, I get the benefit of all this, so I'm loving it. So yeah, it works for me. All right, you guys. So make sure you check back with us. Join Bella Marie at Thursday, 6 p.m. Right here, same channel on the Going Solo Network, WGSN-DB Going
Can't
Solo
wait to
Network.
see you guys. It'll be fun.
Okay, it was a lot of fun. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.